Amazon is absolutely chock full of crazy tools. Some are crazy bad. Others are pretty good. So I picked up nearly $800 worth of Amazon tools to answer one question. Which ones are actually worth your money? And which one should have stayed in the warehouse? Let's go. So if you've ever been scrolling through Amazon late at night, found some tools and looked at one and said, hey, that looks pretty good, but there's no way it actually works, then this video is for you. Because while reviews and specs are helpful, none of that really matters if the tool doesn't make your life easier. So today I'm gonna test these out, using them like a normal person actually would. Real tools, real use, and here to answer the same question. Would I actually spend my own money on this stuff? And to keep it organized, we're gonna rank all of our tools today into one of three buckets. Smart buy, situational buy, or send that sucker back to Bezos. And the first tool up might be the weirdest one I've ever bought. This is a Fanttik A11 Ultra. At first glance, it looks like a regular laser distance meter, but it is absolutely packed with features. Some useful, some a little gimmicky. But the main feature is the measuring laser. It can measure up to 197 feet, which is more than enough for most garages, rooms, shops, and remodel jobs. It's got a 2.5-inch LCD touchscreen, a secondary top screen. It can measure a set distance, a continuous measurement of changing distance, and it can also measure the square footage and volume of a room or a box. So as a normal laser measure, this already checks the basic box. But that's not why this tool caught my attention. This little wheel is the part that makes it different. The idea being that you can roll it along edges, curved surfaces, counters, boards, or anything else where a tape measure just gets kind of awkward. And I'll be honest, this is the part I expected to be a gimmick. Because a wheel on a laser measuring tool sounds cool in an Amazon listing, but if it's slower than a tape measure, who the hell cares? So on paper, it's trying to be three tools in one: a laser measure, a wheel measurer, and a digital level. This little device is amazing, but as with anything in life, more doesn't always mean better. This Fanttik A11 Ultra is amazing, but a little bit too pricey for me. So I'm giving the A11 Ultra a situational buy. Coming up next in our test is going to be the plastic welder from Katerk. I bought this specifically because around my house, we seem to always be breaking buckets. You can see this one here has an enormous crack in multiple places. This little welder here takes some metal staples, uses induction heat at the top, and will actually weld plastic. So we're gonna see if we can use it to fix up our bucket here. Because if this thing actually works, you're not just buying a tool, you're saving something you probably would have thrown away. The idea is simple. You take cracked plastic, heat up one of these little metal staples, and melt it across the crack. The kit comes with 400 staples, so you're not just getting the tool by itself. You get enough staple to actually do quite a bit of repairs. This thing heats up in about 2 to 3 seconds, which is way faster than I expected. It has 3 temperature settings from 750 to 1112 degrees, depending on the plastic. But it uses induction to heat the staple, so you can literally touch the heating coil seconds after a 1200 degree staple is in it, and you won't burn yourself. It also has an LED light, anti-slip grip, and built-in safety features like cooling and auto shutoff. But none of that matters if the repair snaps immediately. I put about 15 staples into this Home Depot bucket that is severely cracked. We put a little bit of Flex Seal in there to kind of seal the deal and see if this bucket was worth saving. So at $46.79, I just can't in good conscience recommend this guy to anyone. It does do what it's supposed to do, but the purpose kind of makes no sense to me. Therefore, I'm sending this one back to Bezos. On to the next one. So that one had a chance to save some money, but next up we're testing one that has a lot more risk. A power tool from a brand that almost no one has heard of. This is the DongCheng Brushless Impact Driver, and it costs $79. And this one is interesting because it's not a weird gadget. In fact, this brand, while not known here in the States, is the #1 tool brand in China. Kind of like their DeWalt Milwaukee-ish type thing. And that makes it pretty interesting and maybe a little risky. It runs on a 20-volt platform, uses a 1/4-inch hex collet, and this model is brushless and pretty compact. So right away, it's checking the boxes you'd expect from any modern impact driver. But the spec that matters most here is power. This thing is rated to up to 1,840 inch-pounds of torque. And for a $79 impact driver, it sounds pretty good. You also get 3 power modes and what they call a self-tapping mode, where the power slowly ramps up to get fasteners seated correctly. Because sometimes you want control, sometimes you want speed, And sometimes you just want to bury a screw and see what happens. The real question is how it feels when it's actually doing work. All right, we're gonna start out with the GRKs, then we're gonna go into the Timberlocks, and then the 10-inch Timberlocks. All right, we're gonna go in speed 2, medium. Let's try the Milwaukee on one of these. Speed 3. We'll see. All right, Milwaukee. All right, well, that was actually better than I expected. So the question here is simple. If you bought this thing instead of a brand you already trust, would you be happy with it? For me personally, it's better than all the Harbor Freight tools. Absolutely 100% better than Hercules, Bauer, all those things. But Milwaukee, DeWalt, even Makita, this thing just doesn't hang. Battery platform doesn't leave you stranded either. It does have quite a few other tools in the platform. So you got a good shot at least landing about 5 or 6 other tools in here before you're kind of obsolete. So at $79, I'd put the DongCheng Impact Driver in the situational buy category. But the next tool is the cheapest one in the entire video. So it might make that the easiest one to recommend or the easiest one to roast. So these have no name. They are wire stripper bits from Amazon. This set of wire stripper bits, it's cost 13 bucks. So they don't have to be amazing. They don't have to replace an electrician's tool bag. They just have to do one thing, strip wire and not make a huge freaking mess. This is the cheapest tool in the entire lineup, and the pitch is simple. Chuck it into a drill, stick the wire in, and it either strips or twists the wire for you. There's no battery system, no touchscreen, no app, no fancy case. It's just a drill attachment. So for $13, the bar's pretty low, but it still has to work. So what I'm looking for here is simple. Does it strip cleanly? Does it chew up the copper? Does it actually save time? And does it create more hassle than grabbing normal wire strippers? This is where cheap tools can fool you, because if it works even halfway decent, 13 bucks is hard to argue with.
Nick the hell out of that thing too.
So for only $13, these wire stripper bits seem like they should be a great deal. And they did strip the wire successfully. However, they did nick the ever-living piss out of it. Therefore, they're going back to Bezos. So that one was the cheapest tool. But next we're gonna go to the opposite side of the spectrum with one of the most expensive tools in our lineup today. One that looks so polished, you might start wondering if you're paying for the tool or the packaging. This is the Fanttik NEX S2 Pro. And it's the kind of tool that can go one of two ways. Either you end up grabbing it all the time, or it sits in a drawer because a normal screwdriver is just faster. This is basically a household powered screwdriver, but it's not really trying to be a tiny precision screwdriver, and it's definitely not trying to be an impact driver. It's somewhere in the middle. It has a 250 RPM motor, which is slow compared to a regular drill, but for outlet covers, cabinet hardware, furniture, appliances, and small screws, that control is kind of the point. So you get up to 6 Newton meters of torque and 7 torque settings. It also comes with a 90-degree head to get into those tight spaces. And that matters because small screws are easy to strip if the tool is too aggressive. It also has a halo LED light at the top, which a lot of cheaper Amazon drills just don't have. It charges by USB-C and has a 2000 milliamp hour battery that Fanttik says can drive up to 1500 screws. I'm not driving 1500 screws for this video. But the point is, this should last a long time for normal household use. This thing is really just something that could save me a trip to the garage. So at $74.98, I put the Fanttik S2 Pro in the situational buy category. What's the most surprising Amazon tool you bought that actually turned out to be legit? Let me know down in the comments. I legitimately want to know. Coming up next, this is the Fanttik NEX K2 Nano. This is a compact precision power drill. So right away, this is not for deck screws, framing, garage projects. This is for tiny, delicate work. It comes with 20 HSS drill bits ranging from 0.6 to 3.2 millimeters. So we're talking small holes. Crafts, electronics, models, PCB work, little repairs, that kind of thing. It's got 2 speed modes, 250 RPM and 1300 RPM. So you can keep it slow and controlled or speed it up depending on the material. Torque is rated at 0.6 Newton meters, which sounds tiny compared to a normal tool, but that's kind of the point. This is supposed to drill small holes without destroying the material. It also has an 800 milliamp hour battery and charges by USB-C. So it's compact, rechargeable, and highly specific. So this one's not about whether it's cool. I mean, because this thing is cool. The question is, does it solve a specific problem enough to justify like a $90 price tag? So in this case, I put the Fanttik Nano in a situational purchase. If you're a crafter or you work on circuit boards or something really small where a tiny power driller would really help, this thing could really save your bacon. But the next one is kind of a tool you probably won't care about at all until there's something inside a wall, a vent, or an engine bay that you just can't get at with normal eyes. So this is the Teslong T450S Borescope, and it has one job: to show you something that you can't otherwise see. That's it. If the screen is bad, if the camera's bad, or if the probe is annoying to control, then it doesn't matter how good it looks in the case. So this little guy has a 4.5-inch LCD IP67 rated touchscreen, which I actually like because I don't always want to connect a tool like this to my phone. I just want to turn it on and use it. The camera probe is 8.5 millimeters wide, so it's small enough for a lot of inspection work. This probe is a little over 5 feet long, which gives you decent reach for vents, walls, equipment, engines, or anywhere you're trying to see around a corner. The big feature is the two-way articulation, up to 210 degrees. That means you're not just shoving a camera in and hoping it points in the right direction. You can actually steer the tip pretty much anywhere you want. It also captures up to 1080p photos and video, and includes a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. It has adjustable LEDs, and the camera head is IP67 rated. So the spec list is strong, but with a tool like this, specs don't matter if the image quality isn't useful. So at nearly $129, the only thing that matters is this. Would this thing actually help me find a problem that I couldn't see otherwise? I put the Teslong Borescope in Smart Buy category. There are tons of other models out there that are cheaper than this one and way, way worse. This thing for the price, dollar for dollar, you can't beat it. So if you like honest tool videos that actually help you figure out what's worth buying and what you should send back to Bezos, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. So if you're shopping for Amazon tools, don't buy the ones that just look clever. Do a little research and find the ones that actually work by watching another one of my videos, like this one right here. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, God bless.